Alrighty, what is going on, beautiful people? We have woken up today in the beautiful land of Jerusalem. We are in Israel. Landed yesterday, or me and the other fellas, Brian, Austin, Brandon, and Emily, landed yesterday morning around 10 a.m. We went to breakfast, and then from there we went back to the hotel, slept a little bit, and then we went out to a concert, which was my first concert ever. Yes, I know, it's a shame, I've never been to a concert, but yesterday, I went to a concert, so that was awesome. And then we went to eat, and then pretty much that was it. But today is when all of the activities start. So before I move forward, you guys are probably wondering, like, why Israel? Why come here? Out of all the places, it's more likely that people go to like Ibiza, Rome, like all these other places. But one of the reasons why I came here is because I was invited by a company that's called Fit Together. And essentially what they are trying to do is trying to demonstrate to the world that Israel has more to it than what the political world make it out to see through influencers or fitness influencers, right? In this case, because it's called Fit Together. So they reached out to me over email, and last year, I don't know if you guys remember, some of you might, but I did also come out here with another company called Vibe Israel, who has a similar concept. And once these guys invited me, I'm like, wow, that would be awesome. It's literally a day before my birthday. It would be a great birthday present kind of thing. So yes, it's currently my birthday. It's August 12th here in Jerusalem. Currently around 7 in the morning, so happy birthday to me, 26 years. Woo! As you can see, I still haven't had any coffee this morning. We're about to have breakfast pretty soon before we get our day going. But they reached out to me and I said, yeah, I'd definitely love to come. And they asked me if I had any recommendations for other people, and I recommended Brian and Austin, and they all got to come. So compared to last year the participants were chosen randomly. But funny enough, I knew one of the guys who was Danny Gets Fit. But this time I got to recommend people, and pretty much I'm out here with all of my boys on an all-inclusive trip. And the trade-off is that we just have to, shoot content. Essentially take pictures of the activities that we're doing, stories, videos, and stuff like that. So it's a great opportunity. I saw it again yet as another great opportunity to further experience the world and what it has to offer in different cultures. And this time around we're going to be going to the Dead Sea. Later today we're going to be going to the old city of Jerusalem. I have the schedule right here, and we're going to be going to breakfast, and we're going to get our first training session here. A lot of you guys know that I'm currently prepping for nationals, so like coming out here was a little bit iffy, just because I'm like, man, like how am I gonna get these training sessions in? I have 3 more training sessions after this one, which are part of my prep, and I start week 4 of my first block in preparation for nationals tomorrow. So we're gonna make it work. We're gonna find a gym that accommodates to the loads that I need. Luckily I'm still in a volume phase, so I don't necessarily need as much as weight. But I really would like to get these sessions done. It would make my trip so much better, and I would feel so much, I would feel good about it, because I don't want to get to nationals and be like, oh, because of that Israel trip, blah, 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 But we have a bunch of cool stuff going on this week. That's what we're going to be doing. We're staying 2 nights in Jerusalem here, so we're gonna visit the old city today, walk through the market. Then we're gonna go to the Dead Sea tomorrow, and then we're gonna be staying 2 nights in Haifa, which is another city. Let me see, Monday breakfast. We're gonna be doing some gymnastic stuff, barbecue at night. Tuesday, we will be training. We'll be in Haifa, taking a tour of the Baha'i Garden. We're taking a Krav Maga class. Then Wednesday, we will be in Tel Aviv, which is, it's a rapidly growing city here in Israel, honestly, guys, and you wouldn't even know that you're in the Middle East. It's kind of like Miami. Everything's very hipster. Everything closes really late. Everybody speaks English out here. Like, everybody's super friendly. And we're gonna be partying Wednesday, it says here. And then Thursday, pretty much, we're just gonna be doing some, I don't even know what it is. It's surf set training. It's like on a surfboard, which is pretty cool. So we'll see about that. And then pretty much go home. But super excited to bring you guys along and share with you guys my experience out here. My YouTube, it's not really big, and most people care more about the informative content. But the way I look at this is, I'm kind of doing myself a disservice by not documenting this. And yes, I'm still present while doing this, but the lovely thing about this, shooting content is, one, I have no choice, because that's the trade-off that we have to do here. But also, I'm gonna be able to look back at these videos, and whenever I have kids and stuff like that, like my mom, like my cousins, like it's almost as if they can't be here, but they can live through the video. And those are memories is something that it's what we're made of. We're a byproduct of our experiences and our memories, and that's what in this current moment in time, in this stage of my life, that's what I'm about. I want to experience life, and I want to create as much as memories as possible, because things are just things, right? Things can be easily taken from us, but our memories and stuff, it's something that we will always have. And it just feels good. Like, I feel like I've matured so much ever since I've have traveled more and got to experience different cultures, different foods, the way of living. Like, it's allowed me to put things into perspective, and just I'm just very grateful and very appreciative of this opportunity. So I just want to thank Fit Together for this opportunity. These people are just volunteers. It's a non-profit company. They just really want to put out to the world that Israel, it's a place that you should want to visit. Make it one of those destination places. Ooh, sorry, mixes. But anyways, that's enough talking, guys. Let's get our day started here. 7:28 in the morning. I just finished meditating, reading a little bit of Ego is the Enemy by Ryan Holiday. Highly recommend this book. It's really awesome so far, from what I've heard and from what I've read. I journal a little bit every morning just to kind of get my mindset right, just get my day started on the right note. You know what I'm saying? I like feeling inspired, and it allows clarity and just inspiration in the morning. I'm just so much more grateful when I'm able to do these things. But let's go ahead and go to breakfast. All right, guys, so this is what I got for breakfast. I'm not sure what this is. It seems like it's like a Frita. This is egg, and I'm assuming that this is probably sweet potato right in here. This here is another egg dish, probably like a quiche or something like that, with it looks like egg whites, actually. This might be egg whites. Got some this is tomatoes and kiwis, and then this is a salmon with cream cheese on an onion bagel. First day out here officially in Jerusalem, where we're gonna be doing all the activities, but we gotta fuel up first. Alright guys, so we just got viewing the Western Wall and the rock of the dome from the top of this hotel that we're at. I'm not sure if it's a hotel, but it's some kind of place. But now we're actually gonna walk down and get into the Western Wall. Not sure if we can do or take much, get footage in there. Since last time I came, they were like, yo, like we can't record and stuff like that. So, but overall, pretty much kind of coming close to an end here to the Western Wall, right? That's our last stop here in the old city. Cheers. We got some iced coffee. All right, guys. So we finished up at the Western Wall and the tour in the old city, and then we headed to the Stand By Us headquarters to hear a talk by a guy who was the first person in the world to go around the world on a bike tour. But now we came out to a market where we're going to be doing a food tour of all of Israel's food. So this part I'm really excited for. Alright guys, so this is our first stop, which is Gandhi. It's a Persian Jewish dish, and it's a chicken meatball made out of chickpea flour with white rice. So let's go ahead and see what's up with this. Smells good. Smells very tasteful, like they use a lot of spices. Oh, this is really good. The rice is really moist, nothing special about the rice. However, the meatball in and of itself, it's very very moist. It's different, you know, it tastes like it's just a lot of flavor to it. There's a lot of spices within it, and yeah, I want to say I'd give it probably a 7. Nah, I'll give it like an 8 out of 10 in regards to flavor, but I'm glad it has protein. Alright guys, this is the third thing we're trying out here.
The red.
Yeah, that's good.
Sesame paste for tahini. This is a store that has, I believe, close to 100 different types of tahini paste. They actually fresh grind a lot of it. You can see it in the grinding wheels right there. It's coming out fresh. It's preparing tastes for you, but you look around and you can see all the different flavors we got. This is pure. That's pesto. That's Toscana. I don't even know what that is, but they have chocolate. They have nougat. They have every single flavor you can imagine. Cookie dough? Sweet. I don't know about cookie dough. That's a good idea. We'll have to see. And from the sweet to the savory, they got just about everything. Come on in. There you go. Cookie dough tahini. That's
Keep
a good
your
one.
spoon, guys, for the flavors.
Damn.
Fresh tahini. Hold on to the spoons. Hold on to the spoons.
Hey guys, and keep your spoons for the flavors.
Alright, let's see what this is about.
Damn good. Oh my god.
Hot. It's hot, man.
Crispy on the outside, glorious on the inside. Beef.
Oh yeah. This right here, amazing. Crunchy on the outside, packs a hell of a power of a taste inside. The spices, a bunch of meats mixed inside with onions. It's amazing. And then with the tahini sauce, just adds an extra kick to it. So to start off day 2, I woke up at 5:30 in the morning just so I can get this squatting session in, because we had to be at the lobby in the hotel at 8 in the morning to head out to the Dead Sea. Now, I'm usually an evening lifter, so this morning session absolutely destroyed me. And even though the sets looked good, the reps looked good as well, I mean, just the 4x8 was absolutely very, very fatiguing. But got shit done, and I was happy with that, being that I am in prep, as you guys already know. And pretty much just squatted and then went back to the hotel and got ready to head out to the Dead Sea. What is going on, guys? We're currently at the Dead Sea. It's right behind us here, right down there. But pretty cool facts about the Dead Sea. So the regular ocean, or the normal ocean, is 3% salt, whereas this is 33% salt. So if you drink this, I heard that you instantly throw up. Another cool thing is that there's not a single living organism in the Dead Sea. That's why it's called the Dead Sea. And on top of that, you can actually float, so you don't sink in the Dead Sea. So we're gonna be heading down there pretty soon. Super excited. And yeah, I'll see you guys down there. All right, guys, we're making our way down to the lowest point on Earth, the Dead Sea. At one point, the water level was that high. If you see those tents like all the way up here, that's where the water level was at. But over the last 20 years, it actually has been draining. So now it's down there. So it's kind of sad because, you know, within the next 20 years, that potentially means that there won't be any Dead Sea. And, you know, this is one of the key destinations of this country, you know, Israel, which is sad. But I'm excited. We're gonna go exfoliate, put some sand on us, float. Gonna get eaten up. Oh!
Oh my god, be careful. Oh my god, זה כאב לי נורא עכשיו. רגע, אז להוריד את הסנדלת? אוקיי, be careful, מה קרה לך?
Yo, I'm dead serious. Yo, I can't move, man. Hold on. Lift one foot up.
אני לא יודעת.
This is like
תקשיבי, אני מתה מזרחה.
There's mad rock over here.
Alright guys, so that was a hell of an experience. As you can see, I still have a bunch of stuff in my face, which is sand from Dead Sea. I'm gonna wait until I take a shower in order to exfoliate, but yeah, it was a hell of an experience. Alright guys, so we just pre-rinsed at the shower that's located right over there, but now we're heading to the bigger shower, clean up and head to explore some other cool stuff. Alright guys, so we just rinsed off, me and Bay right here, just rinsed off, and now we're gonna be heading over to the kabukis? Huh? What's that? Oh, Visto. Oh, that's her name. Her name is Visto, or his name. So cool. I've never seen a camel in person in my life. Alright guys, so we finished up at the hold on, what did we do? We went to the Dead Sea and then what? Alright guys, so we went to the Dead Sea, then we got lunch. Now we're here trying out some wheel gymnastics. As you can see, I'm inside a wheel made out of PVC pipes, and the goal is to essentially spin. So let's take this for a spin. Dad joke. Hey.
Damn, this is really workout, boy. Bro, try it with bent arms. Your arms are straight.
This is a workout. How can I do it by myself though?
The same. I think if you will be able to bend your arms, you will have a little bit more control.
I got this, watch. Oh, no, I'm coming this way.
With your weight, with your body weight. Yes. Daniel,
Yo.
You dingbat.
Oh, you help me? Yes. You're about to knock it.
Can I do this? Well, that for sure is a totally different experience than what I've ever experienced before. Honestly, I didn't even know this was an actual sport in and of itself. So, as you guys saw the girls, they absolutely killed it. It's definitely a workout. My shoulders and biceps are pretty fatigued right now. As you can see, I'm breathing heavily. Maybe I need to work on my cardiovascular health, but we'll see. Anyways, guys, we're gonna be doing this, and then we're gonna be heading out to a barbecue. So I'll catch you guys at the barbecue.
מה נשמע? סבבה. מתי הקללות נכנסות? הנה, אתה באת.
So good friends do massage each other.
Would you let him use your charger?
No, absolutely not. I want a fork. All right, go. Pass it, bro. Alright guys, so after the Dead Sea and after some wheel gymnastics, we're finally gonna have dinner that has protein in it. Lately we've been eating just purely carbs, and we came out here to a barbecue that a friend of one of the participants of Fit Together had in this beautiful home right here.
Sounds like noodles.
Nitsi, that's it.
Sounds like
Sounds like noodles.
Right.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's like pickles.
Oh, okay.
How many people watching that? Like 65 or
Yeah,
like 2,000?
we just want to say thank you to the Maron family.
So on the third day of the trip, we went to Haifa, to the Baha'i Gardens. As you can see here, an absolutely beautiful, stunning vintage point looking down on the city. It was just absolutely breathtaking. Then from there, we went to a Krav Maga class. You're seeing me and Brian DaCosta here practice one of the drills that they were having us undergo. It was a cool experience, really enjoyed it. Then from there on out, we ended up taking a bus to this beach, and this beach had some old Roman ruins that are still up there. And you're gonna see, or you're seeing me and Austin Dunham here on top of the Roman ruins, and the beach is right down below that. We're capturing some sick shots for Instagram, some sick content, while we waited for the yoga surfing class that we're gonna have later on that day. So it's paddleboard yoga. So you won't see any of that and capture any shots, but you can see me and the rest of the team getting out into the beach. We're gonna paddle around for a little bit, and then we're gonna meet all in the center and attach ourselves to this blue thing that you're seeing out there in the middle of the ocean, and then do some yoga. That was totally exhausting. A lot of the guys ended up getting sick, seasick, but overall it was a good experience. You know, a lot of things that we're trying here are, you know, things that I've never experienced before, so that was pretty cool. Wiped out, guys, wiped out. Offer a picture for Instagram for you guys. Alright guys, day 4 here in Israel, and we are going to be doing some parkour, trampoline stuff in this area here. Caught a training session earlier this morning. I had squats, 4-second eccentric, and they absolutely felt like trash, garbage. Just the jet lag, the traveling, all that has been catching up to me. But then we benched as well, did a 5-count eccentric, 2-count pause for 6 sets of 3 for both squat and the bench, and then pretty much just went back to the hotel, got my stuff ready, and now we're here. So let's see what we're gonna be doing. Couple hours after the gymnastic class, we ended up going to Tel Aviv beach, which you're seeing here. It's absolutely beautiful because we are going to be taking a Zumba class with a Zumba instructor, and you're gonna see that in 3, 2, 1. Alright guys, this is day 5 here in Tel Aviv, and this is the last day before we all head back home. Well, most of us, me, Brian, Austin. But the activity for today is going to be something called surf set. So we're going to be on these boards right here. Give me a second. Right here. And then they're actually going to be moving while we do some surfing or movements on them. What are we doing, Emily, on these?
I'm not really sure, actually.
I'm not sure. Austin, do you know?
What?
What are we going to be doing here?
I think you do like push-ups and then you're like imbalanced.
So we're going to try to do some balancing movements. Honestly, I don't even know. We're going to see. This is the first time I've ever experienced this, so let's see what's up. Alright guys, so we just wrapped up with that surf set class. Honestly, that was so cool. I've never experienced that before. I've never seen it. I've never even heard of it until I got to come out here to Israel and had, Fit Together kind of organized that for us. So that was pretty cool. But now we're inside of a really huge bar. It goes all the way down here and then all the way down there. Multiple stores on both sides, all the way from all kinds of food to all kinds of market. So we're still debating if we want to stay a couple extra days. We're trying to see if some of the leaders of Fit Together and the organization can switch our flights to stay an extra 2 days. But if not, this will be our last day and it will be our last meal here. So we're gonna see, and we're looking for some like chicken shawarma, get some protein in us. Oh shit. I don't even know what this is called. Alright guys, so we got our food. I don't even know what it is. It's like some meatballs with parsley in it, some kind of sauce, and pita bread. It looks absolutely amazing.
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 Damn. Exactly what I expected it to be.
Take it.